We often talk on this program about how the media political class is isolated from the mainstream, how not only the Canberra bubble but the broader media bubble is too often just out of touch with what you care about. They're caught up in their own insider world. Well, let me share some new research that just underlines this very clearly. Polling company True North Strategy asked a sample of people whether journalists and commentators focus too much on alleged parliamentary scandals at the expense of the news that matters for your everyday life, like COVID vaccines, economic recovery and jobs. And as you'll see, 3/4 of people said they did. So it seems that 3/4 of us think the media loves scandal more than focusing on what matters to us. True North broke it down on gender, age and party political grounds. And as you'd expect, Labor and Greens voters are enjoying the scandals now a bit more than Liberals and Nats, but the feeling was still overwhelming. People want more substance and less scandal. The survey then drilled into more detail, asking people what stories they were being fed too much of. And right at the top of the list were the royal stories. I suppose hot on the heels of Harry and Meghan's interview, well over half of us have had a gutful of that stuff. But also the sex scandals in Parliament. Almost half of us have seen too much of that. And about a third of us think the women in politics story is overdone. And surprisingly, the difference between men and women on that is not huge. 29% all up of women have seen enough of that story. And on it goes with other issues, not really high levels of impatience with other stories, but more than 1 in 4 of us have heard too much about things like the vaccine rollout, sport or JobKeeper. All in all, you can't keep everyone happy all the time, can you? But the key takeout is those scandals, royal and parliamentary. The evidence is that media obsesses over them and the public are not so sure. Or is it just that we don't like to admit we love those stories?